You talk about full security, full employment. Why, you can have that in a penitentiary.
This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by
freestateproject.org/liberty forum. freestateproject.org/liberty forum.
Back in the days before YouTube's rise, there was relatively little a liberty activist could do with video. So it wasn't as big a deal to tape things. We ended up with a lot of video we never used. Now the situation is reversed. We have a potentially huge audience and an easy broadcast medium. And although we have a lot of decent video, we don't have enough to really fill that medium. It could use a lot more material.
She's like, I want Rudy, and she's like, I want our country.
It seems like there are liberty events every day in New Hampshire that would make good stories or YouTube clips, but activists show up, then go home without filming a frame.
And created wealth. And above all, made freedom the birthright of every man.
It's sort of a replay of television's early days, where broadcast technology and longer broadcast hours outstripped the ability or willingness of film creators to keep up. There is an insatiable hunger for news film and never enough money or time to fully feed the monster. Fortunately, nowadays it doesn't cost anything to shoot a clip of video. And activists are already on the scene of events, so there's no transportation costs because they're already there. The weak link in the chain is that folks are allowing events to transpire in front of them without bothering to videotape them. My ability to videotape things is just a drop in the bucket compared to the mass of protests, hearings, and arrests that seem to occur every week. It's just a drop in the bucket compared to what the movement could do if just 1 in 10 activists were to get a little video of every interesting event she attends. Of course, we're low on stills, too. Now that nhfair.com is online, there is an easy vector for those stills. It plus YouTube means our potential for broadcasting far outweighs our actual broadcasting. I'm trying to say this in as many different ways as I can. Liberty activists are not shooting enough video of the interesting events that unfold in front of them. They are not uploading enough video when they shoot it. They are not uploading enough stills. For the freedom movement, it should be a no-brainer that every public liberty event of interest gets videotaped. Every public event of interest gets stilled. Just this week alone, we've had 2 protests, though, that no one bothered to tape or photograph much. For the public, it means those protests virtually didn't happen. Whenever 2 or more of you are gathered in liberty's name, there is Liberty Camera in your midst. Or so it should be. In theory, it would be good enough to have 1 cameraman at every event who uploads the vid, to YouTube, just a minute or 2. The ideal would be having 2 videographers, for instance, 1 who tapes an entire meeting from, an ideal spot, and another who questions the bad guys on camera and roves the periphery looking for a few good shots. He shows you how the scene looks. If I had to pick between the 2, I'd rather have the roving shots and the ambush interviews than the talking heads of the speeches. But both are helpful. Those are my thoughts about where we stand on video in the New Hampshire Liberty Movement. My request for improving things: shoot it, get it on YouTube, tell me where to find it. Maybe I can take your clip to the next level. And if you get stills, put them on NHFair. nhfair.com. Bear in mind, though, I can only download vids from YouTube and Blip TV currently. Shoot it, get it on YouTube, tell me where to find it. This is what a New Hampshire Liberty Forum looks like. And this is what you'll look like if you miss it.